have new shoes. Meant to not be buying any new shoes, but we couldn't resist. I couldn't resist the plural we. Yeah. So on Friday, Irregular Choice launched a mini collection with 3 pieces in it, which was called Time for Candy, and it had the Dreamtime bag, which looks a bit like these shoes which are called Wakey Wakey, and the shoes Sprinkletown. I have them on the way, and hopefully they should be here on Monday, so I might be able to review them before I head off to Paris. So yeah, and I love both boots. These boots are pretty epic, and the other boots are a cleated sole, so we'll get into that when if they arrive on Monday, and I can't resist that. So but I think these were meant to be part of the garden party collection from last year, because this is the autumn winter 21 box, not the spring summer 22 box. So interesting. I mean, the soles, we'll get to them anyway. You can't tell from the soles, but this is definitely the 2021 autumn winter box and paper with the dogs. So it's in last year's box, not this year's box. We'll have to check the code. When I put this on the website and I do the written review, I will have a quick look at this code, but I suspect that these were meant to be part of a collection from last, yeah, I want to say the garden party, but I can't remember when that was. I think it would be this box, and it's the same butterflies as well, same butterflies that we saw on the garden party collection. I actually have a pair. So this is the last year's collection, which is part of the Iconics range, so you can't tell from the sole. But look, same butterflies, same general theming. So I think these are last year's shoes and they're delayed. But perfect for spring. Much more perfect for spring than autumn. So I'm not disappointed. Should we have a look at the shoe? So we do have a clock on here, and it is a 10 clock. There's no mechanism on the other side. So it's just hands that can move around, which is pretty cool. They're not very loose, so I think that's fine. I don't think they're going to fall off. And then we've also got these 3 dangly gems. Both shoes are the same, identical. Except, yeah, even the placement of the butterflies is identical. And the flowers. So when we talk about one shoe, we can talk about both, because they are pretty much identical. We'll do this one. So, yep, sorry, go back to it. Got distracted by the shoe. We've got these 3 dangly gems, and we've got the Perspex heel, which the light shines through so pretty. I love this heel. I have a lot of shoes in this heel, including these. I really do love it. And I love this pink and white gingham background as well. So cute. And the clock has got little hearts and numbers on it. Very Irregular Choice type font. And all the little flowers. And then you've got the little glitter here and the daisies. And I did actually just make daisy shoes, because I really needed daisy shoes. And I could have just waited for these. And the collection that was released the week before, which has even more flowers. So I really do love it. We got the little roof here of the clock. It's like a cuckoo clock, though the cuckoo clock's got a chimney and a little rainbow. And then this little door opens and it reveals a cuckoo. Cuckoo, look. And he's on a little spring, and he does kind of bounce. He moves when you move as well. If you leave the door open, he kind of pops out, which is really cool. Right, I watched quite a few lives from different places. I watched Rockamilly's live with the amazing Stacey, and I watched Lottie's live, and in all the lives, none of them opened the door. And you know why? Because it takes 10 years. Does anyone remember the little heart buckle that was on some of the shoes? And it was the hardest buckle to open and fasten. This is harder. I'm going to do it in real time, and this review takes like 5 hours. it's not my fault, it's the buckle's fault. But I wanted to show in real time how long it takes. So let's time it. It's the tiniest little buckle. I can't do it with it facing the camera, sorry, it's too little. And it's really fiddly, you have to really pull, because the little like plastic bit there is so difficult to get out. So bear with me. And sorry for any faces that I pull whilst doing this, but I think it's important to show this. I run marathons and I feel like this is harder, so I got it open now, finally, and then there you go. We can finally get to the cuckoo clock bird, and he will stick out. If you leave the doors open, he will pop his head out a little bit and move around a little bit. I'll give you a better look of him there. So this is the beak, that's the back, a bit hard to see. I'm guessing it's the she because she's got a bow. Right. Now we're going to fasten it again, which takes just as long as opening it, because you've really got to pull. There is 2 different holes in the little strap across, and maybe you can just fasten it in the first hole. Let's try that. So that's fastened in the first hole. That was a lot easier to do. But now that little strap doesn't really reach. It doesn't really reach the rest of the buckle. So fastening it in the first hole is kind of pointless because you can't get that. Yeah, that little bit of strap there is not going to stay in that buckle. So we're giving up on the first hole, which is that. Oh, I did it a lot faster this time. It did take a lot longer the time before that. So there you go, we got that in there, and now you have to get this little bit back into here, which is, again, a bit of a pain. It's working really quickly this time, just to prove me wrong. But, there, we've done it. So the door is shut again, and the little bird does stick out a little bit. But there you go, you can have the door open, and I think I would probably leave one open and one closed, which is what I've been doing anyway. So he's kind of open a little bit there, and he pops out, and then if you want to see him more, you will probably move a little bit. She would probably move a little bit as we walk. Does she have a name? I like it when they give things names. I need to check that. So that's the cuckoo clock, and I do love the cuckoo clock. It's really cool. The matching bag, I am a bit confused by the matching bag. I didn't buy it because I wasn't even meant to buy the shoes. I would like to get it just to have a look at it, but I think I'd have to wait until if it's been reduced, or if anyone wants to send me it so I can review it and I can send it back to you. But I don't understand why the clock on it can't keep real time. There's a clock on it and the clock works and it's got a battery in it, but it doesn't keep real time, and I'd like to know why. But I think I would need to look at it, and I'm thinking maybe it's because it doesn't have enough structure on the bag. The bag's too soft to actually keep the hands in place, because it does have a proper clock mechanism. It's like the same as this, and it's got the clock mechanism, and on the inside it's got the clock. So I don't understand why it wouldn't keep real time. And if it's just that the bag is too soft and moves too much for the clock to stay still, then you could probably fix that, because there are bags that have real clocks in them. So I just don't understand why, and I'd like to know. And if I could get one cheap, then I would probably have an experiment with it, but I just can't afford to buy something that I'm not really going to use. I'm not completely into matchy, so I probably would never use the bag with the shoes unless I was doing photos for someone or something. Who knows? If the bag reduces, I might end up getting it. That was a bit of a waffle. Anyway, back to the shoes. So, we've got the butterflies and the flowers, which are really pretty. And we have seen these flowers and butterflies on other shoes, as I said. They're really 3D. And then you got that green glitter, which is really stunning. The soles, right, I've been outside in these, so they are dirty. I've been doing photos in them. But the good thing about these is, this is when you find out you put the tripod on top of your wipe. They clean really easy. So you just give them a wipe. I mean, the other shoes clean quite easy as well, but these clean even easier. And they're a lot nicer to walk in because you're not going to fall. They're not quite as pretty as normal soles, but they do clean really well. So I've been stood in the mud in these, so they have got a little bit dirty. There you go. These clean as well, but obviously this fades over time the more you walk in them. I got a pair I walked in a lot. Yeah, they're going to end up like this. And if you get these a wipe as well, they will clean. I really should get better at cleaning my shoes. But as you can see, we've lost some of the pattern, even when you clean them. The soles, we've not seen these since 2019-18, I want to say. Maybe longer than that. They're on the macaron shoes, and they're on the blue denim boots with the flowers, and they've been on a few others, but we don't see them as often as we see the normal heel. So we'll do a quick look now, giving it a wipe. See, it has a little paw print and little hearts, and then we've got the cat from way back and the Irregular Choice. Wakey Wakey were released on Friday. They have an RRP of £159. They're not one of the shoes where you can get them in bigger sizes, unfortunately. It's 36 to 43. So the general main sizes, but it's not in the extended sizes range. Heel height is 9.6 centimeters. And I don't think the platform is even big enough to consider it. And I found them true to size. I got my normal size in boots, and they were a little bit tight only when I was trying to do like funny shots of like pointing toes to toes. But I think they are a good fit, and they're gonna stretch a little because of the way they are. So I don't think I would size up in them. I would get your normal size or possibly size down. They are quite generous around the ankle. I got these from Rockamilly, who got them to me very fast because I only ordered them yesterday, and they only came out yesterday, which is incredible. But they're not an exclusive, so they are available from most independent stockists. These Wakey Wakey, I think most of the independent stockists do have them. Sprinkle Town, which is the other shoe with like, it looks like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, only a few of the independent stockists have them. I think Lottie's and Daisy May and the smaller ones don't have them. So, but certainly Purple Flamingo Vintage, Lottie's and Rockamilly all have these. So I will put my affiliate links down below, which could help me buy the bag to review. Maybe. It doesn't cost you anything, but it just gives me a few pence every time you use it, and kind of thanks me for reviewing things and talking nonsense at you. If you want to. You can completely disregard me if you want. You can turn me off. You can just like switch me off and then never have to listen to me again. I'm getting a bit sidetracked. Do you want to see the walk test? I think we should see the walk test. So, Wakey Wakey, I do love them. I think I would have preferred, although I do think the buckle adds something, adds aesthetically, I think I would have preferred Velcro on the little doors, just because it's a bit of a fiddly nightmare. I do love the clocks, and I love that you could set them at random times. Did I mention that these move? Yeah, I'm sure I did. Yeah, so you can set them at whatever time you want. And I just think the detail on these shoes is so pretty. There's a lot thrown at them, but it's kind of done well, and I do really like them. I think I'm glad that they were delayed, because we had so many good things around the time that these would have been out, that I'm glad that they're just being released on their own to look really pretty. And if I ever get hold of the bag, we can have a look at that too and review that. But for the moment, I love these boots. They're going to Disney on Tuesday. You made it to the end. Thank you. If you'd like more shoes, more reviews, more news, what else can we get to rhyme? Then you can subscribe to this channel, or you can go to the website, Instagram or Facebook. All the information is in the description of this video. Thank you very much. Bye.